And welcome to our community. Susie Thomas with you this morning, and it is always great to welcome Miss Susie from Weaver Child Development Center. Good morning.
Good morning.
What a great reputation Weaver Child Development Center has. Give us a little background if you could. We don't have to go through all the history, but just a little background about exactly what Weaver Child Development is.
Sure. We started on the campus of Malone University, and since we have grown to go up to third grade, which is really exciting. So we have a toddler program, a preschool program, kindergarten, first, second, and third grade. So we are an early childhood school.
When you say a toddler program, how young are your kiddos?
They start at age 2, 24 months, and young 3s.
So I love the thought of all those kids there. That's got to be pretty wild and a little hectic and crazy with a bunch of 2-year-olds. What kinds of activities do you do with them?
They are busy. Our toddler program, the little ones come with another adult, so it could be mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, or even a babysitter. So they come in and the teachers have activities set up around the classroom. The children visit those activities and the adults kind of follow them around and interact with them. They have a group time. They have a snack time. I call it a preschool experience. So they get to go to preschool with someone that they feel safe with. And what's really neat is the toddler program then. These little ones, if they stay for a 3-year-old preschool class where they come by themselves, is in the very same classroom with the same teachers. So they usually transition beautifully into the classroom.
Yes, everything would be so familiar. How long of a day do you have 2-year-olds, 24-month-year-olds?
Right.
Well, if it's 24 months, olds, not year-olds.
Right,
but
right.
how long of a day do you
they
have?
come just on Wednesdays, and they come from 9:15 to 11:15.
Okay.
So it's very appropriate.
Kind of a mommy and me type of a thing?
Yep, that's exactly what it is. And then I do a little coffee chat for the parents and the guardians, and we talk about different topics in child rearing and anything that they'd like to talk about. I spoil them a little bit. I have coffee and tea and goodies.
Nice.
And it's a nice time to just have some fellowship together.
Yeah, it just seems like a great way for moms as you are navigating being the parent of a 2-year-old, which can have its challenges, to be able to meet with other moms and some child development experts to find out, just to kind of give you a little bit of encouragement and some real good, some legs to stand on as far as how to do things.
We start with that verse, encourage one another and build each other up. And I tell them this is a time where we don't judge one another, but we help and encourage one another. There is no perfect way to do this parenting thing, but it really does take a village. So it's a time that we just realize that we're normal. And I love it. It's just wonderful.
Even moms at homes, I think, are happy to have play dates. This sounds like a standing play date.
It is. That's exactly what it is. They look forward to it.
How many children are together at one time?
We have 18 enrolled at a time usually in that class.
Wow.
It's
that
busy.
Seems like a big.
It is.
And how many supervisors and teachers?
There are 2 teachers, and they're really just there as facilitators. They set everything up. They clean everything up. So they're just kind of facilitating at the time. They'll lead the group times, but the adults are there with the children.
If I've noticed anything about new moms, well, let me say it this way. On Facebook, I notice a lot of new moms are on Facebook. We didn't have Facebook to be documenting every single thing going on.
Right.
Is that a new phenomenon that moms are, there's mommy blogs?
Yeah.
So with everything else that you're doing, young mothers today seem to be adding an additional responsibility of blogging everything.
I totally agree with you.
Does that seem to be new?
We do, and we actually cover that topic about whether or not that's healthy. For them as a mom. We talk about boundaries in their lives, and sometimes moms are exhausted because they're spending a lot of time documenting what they're doing or what's happening with their little ones instead of just being with them and being in the moment with them. So that is something that we talk about, how to do that in a healthy way.
How do you strike that balance? What's a good balance?
I would have to, we talk about that. I would say it's individual. I sit with moms and I see, if they're exhausted, then it's out of balance, and then we sit and talk and find out what's going on and what changes need to be made in their lives so that they don't have to feel that way, because they don't have to feel that way.
Well, it just seems like that would be a great class for both the parents and the child.
It's wonderful. It
So
is.
cool.
We laugh, we cry. It's just, I love it.
And sometimes you're dealing with, you've got a 2-year-old, but you've got an older child at the same time, or maybe a brand new baby at the same time. And,
Absolutely. Yeah.
You get to cover it all, don't you?
I do. And what's so neat about it is I've already done it as a mom myself. My children are older, they're adults. And so I get to share with them the things that I did wrong and the things that I did right.
Yeah.
And share with them my perspective on that. So I love it.
So far, we've only covered the 2-year-olds, and you have
Yes.
so many more age groups that you deal with.
Right. Yeah.
But I think 2-year-olds deserve a little extra time.
They do. Yeah.
So what would be the next class that a child could attend?
We have a 3-year-old program, and they come 2 days a week, and the choice is either Monday, Thursday, or Tuesday, Friday, and they come from 9 to 11:30.
Okay. What kinds of things do they do?
They do a lot. It's play-based learning. So the teachers will have centers set up around the classroom. They have life skills centers, which are really neat. So the children, maybe they're learning how to pour water, how to fold washcloths. It's funny because parents will come in and go, "Oh, I didn't know they can fold washcloths," and we're like, "Oh, they can do so many things you don't know they can do." So different centers set up around the room. We have a group time, music time,
Nice.
Lots of art things going on.
I love that you said that. I think that is one thing that's shocking to parents when they find out what their child is capable of that we're used to doing for them.
Right.
What should a 3-year-old be able to do around the house?
They can fold washcloths. Right. They can help set the table. You know, another thing that we work on when they come in, we always encourage the parents, don't hang up their book bag for them. Don't hang up their coat. Let them do that, you know. Let them learn how to put their own coat on. And you have to be willing to watch them fall. So if they're pouring their water, you know, it's okay if it spills.
Right.
You know.
You discipline the intention, right?
Right.
Not the action.
Absolutely.
So if a child is standing there pouring water all over the floor because
Yes.
they are defiantly saying, "I'm going to pour water,"
Right.
that you could punish.
Right.
That would be timeout.
Absolutely.
But if
Yeah.
they're trying to pour some water and it just spills, that doesn't get a punishment.
Yeah, but let's give them the chance, you know.
Yes.
Let's see what they can do.
How soon should a child know how to tie their shoes?
Oh, wow. That's a developmental thing. Because I tell you what, little ones can't tie their shoes until they've developed those fine motor skills in their fingers. So they're going to do that when they're ready. That's something you can't force. Usually we start to see that in kindergarten and first grade. But like I said, if they can't hold a pencil yet correctly, they're not going to be tying their shoes. So that's one thing that's unique about our school is that we look at the developmental stages of the children, you know, and where they're at.
When do you know that a child is ready to progress? Because so far you've got 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds. They're going by age group. But
Sure.
once you're talking about kindergarten, you're talking about a readiness, not necessarily an age. How do you know?
Well, for us, readiness is, are they ready to go to school? You know, are they ready to go and learn more? We don't, you know, say that a kindergarten child has to come into us knowing all their letters. That's what you learn in kindergarten. They still need to play. Their right brain is developing before the left brain is. The left brain are all those abstract things, okay? The letters, the numbers, and all those things. The right brain is that creative part of the brain that we need to give time to and let develop. And I always say at our school, we honor that right brain development. We're not forcing them to do left brain things before they're ready. It's like asking a baby to start walking before they crawl.
Right. Oh, you're right.
It's not healthy for them. So we want them to go through those developmental stages. So when they come into kindergarten, we want them to be ready to learn. Are they eager and ready to learn? Are they able to sit at group and attend to a speaker? Some are and some aren't, but if they're not, then we're going to help them with that skill.
Moms at home or grandparents that are sitting with their grandchildren right now might be hearing this. What are some good activities that they can do at home to prepare them for either for preschool or for kindergarten?
Reading books to your little ones. You know, help them develop their fine motor skills, playing with Play-Doh, using scissors to cut straws. It's very easy for them to cut straws with scissors. Legos, that's a great fine motor skill for the children. And, you know, and empowering them with skills to help them be independent. So putting on their own socks, putting on their own shoes. They can get dressed themselves, putting on their own coat. You know, I see parents doing a lot of this for their children, and I get it. We're all in a hurry to get somewhere. It's so much easier to do it for them. But you need to be willing to step back and wait and give them the time to learn how to take care of themselves. I read this article, and it said, you know, we're raising our children because we want them to leave us. And it sounds odd, but that is the ultimate goal. Now, we don't want them to do that before they're ready or they're, too young, of course. But now's when we're preparing them for that. With all those independent skills. So
when you think of it, that is the end game, isn't it?
It is.
You want them to be able to be on their own and parenting.
And do it really good, you know?
Yes, and thrive. You love seeing them be all they're supposed to be, all they were created to be. It's just so cool. Tell me more about the programs themselves that you have for all the children.
You just said you want them to be all that they were created to be, and I would say that is something that is very unique about our programs, is that we aren't necessarily looking at, we're not looking at children because we want them to have a high test score. What's most important to us is that we can find out and help them discover why they were put here, what God created them for, because we were all created for a purpose. And I believe that when children realize that, they get excited because they want to learn all that they can. So we believe that children have these interests and desires that they were born with, and that is linked to their purpose. And so if we can encourage that, then we help them realize that, wow, God put me here for a reason, That's why I'm here. All the other stuff comes, they're going to read, they're going to, take these tests and all of that, but really why are they here?
I'm hearing that Common Core is not something that you're going by.
No.
It's the Reggio-inspired philosophy.
It is.
Tell me about that.
Reggio-inspired philosophy is that. It's a philosophy that drives what we do. So when you walk into our environment, you're going to see an environment that is very child-centered. Okay, so you're going to see children that are moving around. We don't have any desks. Clear through third grade. So the children really yes.
Okay.
I know, it's wonderful.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Okay,
so the
cool.
kids are moving around. They're building with their hands. They're talking to one another. So they're in cooperative learning groups because that's what they're going to be doing in life. We bring as much nature into the environment as we can. You're not going to see teacher-made products on the wall. The things that you're going to see on the wall are things that the children have created. This is their environment. This is their home away from home. So that is key. It's very home-like.
I've seen some amazing projects there that the children do. Talk about some of them that you think have just maybe blown you away. I've seen volcanoes and maybe a Titanic ship or something like that. Tell me what you have
Well, I
noticed.
have to tell you about the one. When I taught kindergarten there, we built Mount Rushmore out of paper mache. This was a while ago, but it's something I'm very proud of. One thing that we always say is we believe that children learn best from hands-on projects, not worksheets. So that was a good example. We were learning about Mount Rushmore, and the children decided, let's build it. And I said, well, why not? So we got out the newspaper and mixed up the paper mache, and we built Mount Rushmore. It was amazing. So that's an example. Our art projects and things that we do with the children are all process-oriented. So when you walk into the school, you're not going to see cookie-cutter crafts that all look the same. They're all very, very unique. What's most important to us is the process, not the final product.
Yes. And then for each child, it's going to be different, isn't it?
Absolutely. It should be.
Yes. Talk about cursive writing. Yes or no? Do they, when they move at some point, when they move into that first to second grade, less and less schools are even teaching it anymore.
Right. We do. We teach it, and honestly, the kids love it. They just think it's super cool to learn that and learn how to write like that. Good fine motor development. So we do cursive writing.
Well, I'm kind of glad to hear that because it was
Yeah.
always kind of fun. I taught second grade for a time, and it was like secret code,
Right. Yeah.
to be able to transfer
Yes.
that letter to this letter.
Right.
We need to take a short break. We'll be back with Susie after these words. You're listening to Our Community.